My name's David, and today it's all about Barrie. Waterfront, downtown. Should be a good fun day out here. So welcome to downtown Barrie. Barrie's got like a lot of history. This used to be a military depot town back in the 1800s, and it was vital for the 1812 rebellion. Other than this whole entire downtown being leveled in a crazy fire in 1875, everything was rebuilt. And that's kind of crazy all in itself, because I mean, can you imagine a fire just tearing down all of these places? Now up there, we'll walk up there, but that's where the farmers market is on the weekends. And then right here, again, Kempenfelt Bay. Actually, it's really awesome down there. I'll show you in another video. Now, one thing that the downtown does have, which is pretty cool, they've got like a lot of restaurants and stuff like that down here, and they kind of take over the street. You've got the Works gourmet burger place. You got like bookstores down here. You got some vintage stores, other small businesses. The Bohemian. Now this place here is really good. They've got great coffees and pastries, and anyways, this is a meeting spot for a lot of people right here. Look, you even got some cocktail lounge and some cheese tasting and some jazz and blues. You got the Queen's Hotel, Filthy McNasties. Apparently they deliver cheesesteaks. So the Queen's Hotel, great. They got live music, great bar. They said it was established in 1850. Again, I don't know if it was burned down in the fire in 1875, but nonetheless, here it is. And basically the Flying Monkey Craft Brewery. It's a great restaurant to come and enjoy the local food and beer. But as you can see, you got patio here, you got a patio here. That's really a cool place. You've got another pub over here, McRiley's. Again, all these patios kind of come out onto the sidewalk. We've got another place here called Homestead Bakery. Now this bakery is awesome. They're known for their sourdough bread, but that's a great place. That's a great place to go. Now again, in all communities, we do have homeless people as well. People do struggle. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Look at this gentleman. He looks like he's playing on the piano. There you go. And like you've got this place here, the Grand Ole Kitchen and Bar. It's a rooftop patio. Pints, $6, which is really awesome. And this is our war memorial for all the wars that the residents of Barrie have gone off to fight in, from World War I to World War II. Again, World War II, you got the Korean War in there as well. Now I wonder if on this other side, what do we got? Yeah, more World War II, right? Now this whole area that I'm standing in has gone through major reconstruction or whatever. They've actually opened up this area, and it opens up into the Kempenfelt Bay trails and the beach area. They do have half marathons and 10K races that kind of run along the waterfront. And there's also a runner's room place right here where you can buy all your local running gear. There's a big art scene here in Barrie as well. You got some new condos that have been built over the last number of years. Down here, again, that's the marina, right? And that big statue down there, that was actually, it's a statue that was built for, I believe, the Olympics in 1986 for, I think it was Vancouver, and somehow it ended up in Barrie. Not too sure about the history and story about that, but I'm sure you can figure it out. We've got the Kensington Bar, right? It was opened in 2007. Again, more of a nighttime atmosphere that happens over here. You got the Wired Owl Coffee Company, great establishment for coffees, whatever. You've got a barber shop right here. You've got a nightclub going on here. Some local stores. Dunlop Street Diner. Irish pub. Look at that. Irish pub packed on a Friday afternoon around 1:30. Apparently that's the place to go. You've got the British Arms here. It's a little kind of quieter over here, but there is a British store or a British bar. It's cool. Now there is another restaurant over here. It's called I think it's called Finn's. It's not. It used to be called Finn McCool's, I think. But this is a crazy intersection here. Dunlop. I mean, this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5-way intersection. So it's always a challenge. So I'm just gonna wait so we can cross over here. Looks like they're gonna be building something over there at some point in time. All right. The Lucky Devil. Tattoos and piercings. You got a shoe repair service here. Buy some belts. Vinyl CDs. BJ's Classic Collectibles. Oh, that would be a cool store to go into. Is that a restaurant? Pie company? That is. This is an awesome pizza place called the Pie Restaurant Company. I think this is their headquarters though. So this would be their headquarters, not their restaurant. Um, yeah, a lot of parking down here. There is a place called the Ranch, and I think that's another bar, and it's just kind of down there. Yeah, you've got a parking garage too, so if you want to park inside, that's always an option. There have been a lot of people moving to Barrie just because it's so affordable. There is a GO train that comes up to Barrie, so you can commute all the way down into Union Station. Prices of real estate, you know, they have come down. It is a little bit more affordable. You do get a bigger property than you do in Toronto, but you're also a lot closer to cottage country, which is really cool actually. So you're kind of already kind of halfway. Looks like it's undergoing some water main repairs or replacements. You pretty much have everything that you would have in a big city. Barrie has been growing over the years. I don't know if it's somewhere between 500 and 700,000, maybe something like that. But it is a growing city for sure. Looks like there's a little kitchen market on the other side there. We're just on the other side of Main Street, or I should say Dunlop. Yeah, and this is City Hall right here. Built in 1985. And this is where farmers market is, I think on Saturday. I kind of think of downtown Barrie being like, you know, the main drag there. I always think of it as being like a beach town kind of party place, because I remember years ago coming from Toronto, and man, the nightlife scene was crazy. I mean, the bars, yeah, they can kind of be a little rough and tumble. Not gonna lie, it's definitely a different scene, a different vibe. But yeah, if you're looking for something a little different, this is kind of a cool place. And we're gonna go down to Kempenfelt Bay so you can kind of see it a little closer, just because it's so cool, right, to have right here. You can see a boat coming in right now. Now, it probably will get a little windy, not gonna lie. So, you know, I'll try to fix that in the edit. I'll do what I can. Maybe I'll throw in some music. Now Barrie is much bigger than what I'm just kind of showcasing here, but this is just the downtown section. And they have audio cues for when you can cross the street, which is really nice for some people.
If you go like to 20, 25, 12, it gets like everything till there.
Castor Street is what we're on right now, isn't it? 147 Italian cuisine right across the street. And again, that's just looking down town where we just were. And again, that's where I just kind of parked over to the side. And then we'll make our way downtown. I mean, make our way down to the waterfront. You can see what's going on down there. Maybe I'll try to go live after I finish this video. We'll see. Man, it's a little windy. You can see some white caps out on the water. Here's another bar down here. You can get some wings. I mean, you can't really get closer to the water than this. I mean, there's another one right over on the other side. What a great mural. Wow. So cool. Let me show you a little bit more history of Barrie. I always like when they do this. So we got some lost buildings apparently. Which is very cool. You can kind of see them spread out throughout the town that are no longer there. And then we have the indigenous use, right, of land. Hold on a second. There we go. That's the birth of Barrie, right? So the indigenous used to use it in 1815, right? And there's some of the history. So cool how they used to traverse. Right from Lake Simcoe all the way through all the way up to Georgian Bay. That was awesome. And then down here through the Holland River. You got Memorial Square right here. Let's see if I can get my, there you go. It's right down here. We got, that's the 5 Points intersection that I was at. Remember, that was that bar I was talking about, Finn's, right? Crazy, crazy. But again, that's the history of it. Right, this was the railway waterfront back in the day, 1940s. So crazy. And then this is the wharfs and boatwork. Again, steeped in rich in history. And this is the market hall. And this is the county town. A little history how it all started. And this right here tells you how far certain things are from where you are. So 6.1 kilometers, way up there. We are right here. But again, great waterfront they have here. So Barrie is very inclusive. It's good to see. Diversity is a very good thing for communities. And that's very cool. And then this, welcome to Barrie. That's the statue I was telling you about that was made in Vancouver for the Olympics in '86. And somehow it made its way to Barrie. something else that a lot of people aren't aware of, but Barrie was part of the Underground Railway where people were fleeing slavery from the United States up into Canada. Yeah, that was a real thing, and it happened. I mean, Canada had slaves too, but you know, they, I don't know who stopped it. I think Canada outlawed it first, and then the US did eventually. But it took some time, which is why everyone started to flee. Well, I mean, that's one of the reasons. I'm not a historian, but I find history kind of cool. Now, it looks like there is a summer festival setting up here. Kind of looking at it off in the distance. Now there's a little place to get ice cream down here. So if you are craving a little bit, you can get some Shaw's ice cream here in a little booth. Let's look at all the boats. Now I used to come here when I was probably late teens, early 20s. We used to park down here for free and then go off to the beach. You know, a bunch of new condos that are kind of taking over. I mean, it's adding to more, I don't know, more living quarters down here, I guess you would say. Or I don't know, I think down here it kind of needs to have a little bit more of a vibe, because it just feels like it's just one big parking lot, which I understand because we are a car dominant society, but it'd be great to have more businesses down here for the people that live in these condos. Now there is a pizza place called Pie. Remember a little ways back we saw the headquarters? Well, they have a restaurant down here. Get a lot of tour buses that come through here as well. Now this is a Friday afternoon. So actually I think it's a Friday afternoon of a long weekend. I think this is the civic weekend. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna have some activities down here for the long weekend. Now, something I haven't mentioned yet is if you're wanting to rent like paddle boards, like stand-up paddle boards, the SUPs, or you want to get on a Sea-Doo and head out there on your little personal watercraft, you can rent them down here. Kayaks as well. It's a fantastic place to go ahead and do that. Robertson Amusement Limited. Since 1932. I think they know what they're doing, and look at all the food trucks they're all setting up. Oh, the chocolate berry. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, a lot of choice on food trucks for sure. Should be a good time down here. I guess this is the drop zone. Standard rides that you normally get. Very, very cool. And there's some of the games. Midway. Ferris wheel at the end there. And you get all your tickets and prices, which is always good to know. Candy apple. You got the avalanche. Hey, welcome to the beach in Barrie. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a band playing here too. It's pretty awesome. Getting all set up here. Crazy park all the way out there on the beach. Lifeguards on duty. Centennial Beach. Man, it's windy. Crazy windy. Something that's really awesome is this beach is very accessible. So if people are in wheelchairs or walkers or whatever, they can still get down to the water. I think that is awesome that people, that they're able to do that, because again, it's inclusive for everybody. And I think Barrie is, it's awesome that they're doing that. But look at that, isn't that stunning, guy? This brings back memories. Oh my God. Crazy.